Alright, good morning, chat. Happy time zone. And happy Thursday. Alrighty. Oh, live split loaded right away. Look at that. Alrighty, I'm gonna run ads on Twitch. And we're gonna play Enclosed Horse as we wait for those to finish. Then we'll start runs. That's a lot of teleporters. What does this do? 10 if enclosed. Okay. I feel like the horse has a lot of escape paths here. I feel like this is just a must. I feel like it'd be crazy if we put it here. Maybe that's like the truth. We only have 9 walls today. Okay, let's try to get like the maximum. Let's like start off with like a value, right? And then you need 2 here no matter what. So if you need 2. Only 4 walls left. Then we have 3 here. Do 1, 2. Oh, you need 4 for this. How would I be able to minus a wall? Can I minus a wall somewhere? You can get this. Maybe this is bait. I mean, but it's plus 10. I mean, I guess this isn't like far-fetched to do. $75. I don't think that's far-fetched. Ignore the top. If I had one more wall, I could move a bit more. But it's like, how do I get one more wall? Oh. Okay, oh, that somehow got more points. I guess that makes sense. Get more with that. 79. Ah. Because if I had one more wall, I could do this and then have this here. I feel like that's not enough spots to justify one more wall. You know? Should I go back to like, this is a lot of area in the top, but you need a lot of walls to be able to cover it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. You need 4 to be able to cover this top area. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about the 79 here. I'm not gonna lie. Is there any way that I can like min-max like 1 or 2 more tiles? No, this can't move. This can't move. These 2 can't move. This can't move. This can't move. And this can't move. So with this, I'm locked at 79. Now, the way how I would adjust this to try to see if I can find something else is see if there's a solution that I can get something up here with and ignore the bottom area, you know? And then just get this. Is there like a better solution with this? I would need 3. Like, what else can you do? Because you basically need 4 to cover this entire top area. Unless if you just want to do 2. Actually, you would need 3 because you have to block this area off too. Technically, you can do that and get a little more. Go one more spot. 79. And it's like, what else can you do here? You like, you need the extra one here. You need this, and then you have, like, you can't move this. You can't move these any farther back. You can get one more point here. Sure. 71. I don't know. I feel pretty good about the 79. I just don't see how, like, you can get this, like, top area. Right? I mean, I can get one more wall, I guess. If I did this. And then boom. 1, 2. That's still only 68, because then you lose all this. For what, you know? No, I think 79 is pretty good. I'm gonna submit it. I think we're good. Oh, it was perfect. Look at that. 2 in a row. I just couldn't find anything better. I think I opened up saying with it would be crazy to put one here, but I ended up putting one here. Mike seems questionable. The quality just weird. It's crackling. Like, what do you mean crackling? Just like, I don't know. It looks really weird today. I mean, this horse is more useful than the horse in Stardew, so it's an upgrade. Let's be real. I don't remember the last time I've actually used the horse in Stardew. It's that fucking useless. Isn't used in perfection runs. I didn't use it in an all item run where I collected every single item on 1.5. I got the horse, I built the stable, but I never rode it, so I never named it. Because there's just no reason for me to ever use it. It's popping. V, you're the only one complaining though. I hear it too. Okay, there. Excuse me. Yeah, but no one, like, if it was a big deal, I would figure other people would say something over just you saying something. I don't know. I feel like I just need to get a new microphone. It's old. I don't remember how old. Let me see if I can just reset it. I feel like it's also like the mixer thing that I have. Test. Is it better? La la la, lee lee lee. Okay. I just literally set it back to the default settings. Is generally the fix. Okay. I just need to get new equipment, but I just don't want to pay for it just yet. I want a new higher quality camera, but the camera is probably going to be the most expensive part because I don't want like another one of these like, you know, shitty ones. You just got to get like the higher qual. Honestly, it's I also don't want to think about it until I like move out. So my desk doesn't have enough space on it to begin with. I have my desk is too small. I definitely am gonna get a new desk when I move, or when we move. It's Happy Thursday. Oh man, oh man. Today will probably just be the last day of quote-unquote real attempts. And when I say quote-unquote, I mean Terraria update on 27th. So I'm gonna start playing that for the time being. I've been doing Perfection for 3 or so months, so I think it's time to just move on. Unfortunately, I haven't finished a run, so that's why I say real runs, because I do want to finish a run. So if the run doesn't work out today, I'm just going to use a seed tomorrow to make sure I can actually have the books and play the game. And then we'll finish up a Perfection run by the time that Terraria comes out. That is the overall plan. Obviously, if I get a run today, I'll be playing it, but, you know. It is what it is. Again, I don't know how long I'll stick to Terraria. It really depends on how good the update is for speedrunning. Because it's like, I plan on at least doing the Skyblock seed, and then I will probably look at the new super hard seed that's coming out with it. I don't know if I'll play it like I did for Get Fixed Boy, because the one little snippet that we saw from a leak on Chippy's channel made it look unplayable and just not fun. So if it's like not fun, I'm just not gonna do it. Where I had a good time with Get Fixed Boy. It was difficult, but it was still fair. So. Next is thank you for the 47 or whatever. I hope you've had a good week. And a good start to the year. Inventory is gonna be full. That's kind of annoying. Oh well.
1 more month until I've been trapped here for 4 years. 41 months plus 6 or whatever. Have holy.
Yeah, just a few. Just a few. Just a little bit of time. That's kind of the overarching plan. And then again, I don't know how long I'll stick with it, because it's like I'll do that, and then it's like, oh, the Moonlord speedrun is good or fun. I might get a PB or look at it. Maybe play it a lot more in my off time. But I mean, like, I honestly doubt that the Moonlord time is gonna be faster. 1.4 for Terraria was kind of really pog for speedrunning in development. But I mean, like, at the same time, it could just be like quality of life stuff that was added, and then we can use the same route, so it just works. But it depends on what changes and what and whatnot, what gets nerfed. Like if jousting lances get fixed, we're screwed, right? Because there's no way to beat the bosses faster if jousting lances get nerfed. And unfortunately, they are aware of jousting lances because they watched my GDQ run. So, surely they're buffed because they suck in a normal context. I'm sure the update will be fun like casually, but I just don't know about if it will be a good speed run, and that's more of my issue. Yeah, I'm like hitting the wrong keys. Yeah, I'm talking about Terraria. The update comes out in 5-ish days. That's like, I'm preparing for that. That's why we're kind of on the end of our perfection speedrun. I'll be playing Stardew for the next like 4-ish days, and then we'll, right. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. Yeah, for 4 days, including today. I probably won't stream on the 26th, just so I have a day off. Yeah, so, yeah, we will. I will at least be streaming it for a little bit. We'll see though. Again, it really depends on how good it is for speedrunning. Yeah, is how long I keep up with it, because it's just like, all right, I'll do the Skyblock seed, I'll do that. I'll probably test out the new seed, and then it's like, I'll continue playing if the patch is good for speedrunning. If it's not, it's just like, I don't care to down patch the speedrun. It's just not as fun. For a game like that. The entire point is to play the new update. Like, I'm kind of done with the 1.4 Moonlord speedruns, at least. I guess all bosses speedrun could be interesting, just because there should be a few new bosses at the very least, but... The set orbit category might be a little fucked because they're probably adding like mini bosses similar to Deer Clop, so it's like, what would you consider the order for the new bosses? I prefer running set order because it's more interesting instead of just rush Moonlord and then kill every boss with Moonlord items. But hit -10 Fahrenheit tonight. Wow, so cold. Wow, crazy. It's gonna hit a freezing temperature of 50 tonight. I'm sorry, 53. Brr. Double digits. Was that in normal temps? I told you. I told you at a normal temps. You mean? This is a Kelvin only chat. Yeah. I find it really funny because I am from Illinois, Chicago suburbs. So it's like I'll walk and let out Hazel in the night in like shorts and a t-shirt. And it's like 50. It's like 50 here. And then I'll see like a couple walking down the side of the road and they're like in winter coats. You know, it's such a stark difference. The Arizona weather gets to them. I really only get cold here when it's like decently cold or like after a rainstorm and then it's windy, because then you just have like wind chill hitting, so it actually gets it starts feeling like almost freezing. Oh no, I live in Arizona. I don't get weather. I say that, but it's supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, apparently. Oh, it's gonna be cold next week. It's gonna get down to 40. Low 40s. God damn. Freezing. Oh no. How cold, yeah. I might have to wear a sweatshirt or a long sleeve when I go out and walk Hazel that evening. I'm sure Brittany will put her on, or put the sweater on her. It's just whether or not she'll take it off before she walks onto stream or not. And whether, I guess she puts it on her in the morning, so when she goes and works out, we'll get her potentially with a sweater. Pretty sure she turns it off. All right, bathroom real quick. Has Hazel never seen snow? I don't think so. We can see snow. It's just like a 2-hour drive up north. Like, there's enough elevation in Arizona where if you drive to Flagstaff, you can see snow. Like, we went to oh, where was it? When we were in Yellowstone, we were driving up one of the mountains and we were in July, and then we touched snow in July. Like, you can get snow in July. You can get snow in Arizona. Yeah. I don't think she would, saying that she's a little bit of a prima donna. When we go outside, or I let her outside, she kind of rushes to this like little concrete slab that's dry and above the like dirt ground, and she will avoid puddles of water she just avoids puddles of water. Don't want our toesies to be wet. goes to this like little concrete like bump thing, and then like cat walks on it, you know? He's just a baby. Even if it's dry out, she does it, but... Doobie. Yeah, Riley's not even a fan of snow. Riley doesn't stay out long when it's cold. I mean, he's short-haired, so he goes, does his business, and then comes back in. He's not out there long in winter time. They've all has shoes. Yes, but not because of the cold, but because of the heat. So she only puts them on during summertime when the concrete is literally over or in the triple digits. You don't like them though. She does the little really high tippy taps, if you've seen those videos. She gets used to it throughout the walk, but when you first put it on, she's kind of just like, whatever. You can also very much intimidate her if you just reach for the shoes or go anywhere, put your hand anywhere near them, because she doesn't want to put them on. She don't like them. But yeah, it's winter time, so we don't have to worry about that. And I normally don't have to put on the shoes because the concrete's cooled off by the time it gets to the night. Because deserts are kind of funny. It's like really hot during the day, but it actually gets cold at night, even like in summer for the most part. So it's like I don't have to put on the shoes because I don't really take her out in the day. Crazy how that works. I should say relatively cold. I won't say freezing, you know, it's not like -10 like Illinois in the Midwest right now. But for going between like 100 degrees, 110 degrees to like 60, 50 at night, it's pretty stark difference. Hazel doesn't really hide when you pull out the shoes, but she'll, you know, she'll go to the spot on the couch or just kind of like give up and kind of just like lay down, essentially. And kind of just like looks down and looks, gives the little baby eyes. Like, are you putting them on me? Why are you putting them on me? baby, after all. I mean, she acts like she's getting yelled at, essentially. She does, it's the same thing when you, like, yell at her for doing something wrong. She's a baby who doesn't know her size sometimes. Her size is baby. Okay. Oh, save. Don't need horseradish. A little scary though, not seeing a horseradish. Oh, never mind. I'm blind. This is spot 5. It's literally the first one I harvest, which is the right side of the 3, so spot 5. Oh, damn. How dare you? I had rare crops too. I probably have, I just don't remember it. There's just not a reason to just not, you know? Well, saying that community center is literally impossible to finish in the first year, I would like to agree. Though you can do perfection in 115 days. But that is more than a year. Riley starts giving my parents the stink eye whenever he sees luggage. Like, are you really doing this? Are you leaving me? I mean, yeah. It's fairly easy to complete the community center in year 1. You don't even need to get lucky at the traveling cart. You could literally just do everything without it. Really reliably. You just need to know what to do. People think, oh, well, red cabbage seed. You can get it from a rare drop from killing serpents in Skull Caverns. So you can reliably do it without the use of the traveling cart. And then it's really easy to get rabbit's foot and truffle. Yep, the classic. Like, yeah, you can do the community center without a seed really reliably in year 1, but you can I mean, you can do perfection in 115 days without Joja waivers. Obviously with Joja waivers, you can do it sooner. But that requires a seed mainly due to the fact that you have to go 9 for 9 on special orders requests, which is rare. It's not, it's like, it's not super rare, but it's like, you literally have to put in like 20 hours of work before you even know if the run will be able to finish because of it. So it's kind of just like one of those like, oh, well, I'll probably have to spend the next like, I didn't get a gold quality. The next like year of my life trying to get a run to do it without a seed, which is just not fun. I'm on 1.6, but that happens on every version. You just cleared it day 1 and have forgotten about it because it doesn't grow back as far as I'm aware. That and or an NPC walked past that direction and destroyed all the weeds before you even noticed. But they spawn there. It's there by default. But yeah, I'm essentially on the latest version. I'm 1 patch away from the latest version because of a bug that would literally lose me minutes throughout the run if I didn't down patch for. So I just choose not to play on the most current version and just down patch a patch. It is fine. I did see a fun Reddit post this morning. Normally, like, I kind of, like, I browse the Stardew Valley Reddit, and a lot of time it's just a bunch of just garbage for the most part in terms of, like, oh man, is this rare? Gets auto petter. Oh man, is this rare? Day 1 Ancient Seed type post. Or, you know, the 11 millionth 1.7 wish list. But this was a wish list post, but it was saying, oh, I wish I could buy stacks of items on controllers, which is like a fair like wish list to say. But like the caveat was the reasoning behind them wanting to do it was because they were doing a min-max run on controller. This madman was using the slingshot on controller and was like doing Skull Cavern dives on fucking controller. And he just wanted to buy wood and stone from Robin. Respect. And the reason I knew he was doing slingshot runs was because he had a slingshot in his inventory. And I could tell it was a year 1 run because when he was literally buying stacks of wood from Robbins, and the picture had wood sold for 10 gold each. So it's just like, you know, the comments were just basically like, wait, how are you doing this? This is year 1. Standard Reddit behavior where they can't fathom people, you know, getting to iron in year 1. That's fun. I also love when you read the comments of a post and somebody posts a golden meme, and then all the memes underneath it is about stealing that meme, and then it gets even like more detailed about like, this motherfucker just got his meme stole. It's like, it's actually just a metagame of how deep can the meme stealing go. Always golden parsnip hunting. Why wouldn't it be golden parsnip hunting? It's all it ever was. Perfection is truly just a psychological experiment to see how long can you get somebody to just farm golden parsnips for. Really just any category that you just want to play. Like a lot of people either say like Mines 50 or Crafts Room, but it's like, in my opinion, those runs are just boring, and they kind of like, Crafts Room is probably better for the habits, but Mines 50 kind of teaches bad habits. In terms of if your end goal is to do community center runs, because community center mines is vastly different than Mines 50 mines. So you're literally just better off learning community center instead. Just off rip. About 11. But that's if your end goal is community center, right? But it's like, I don't know what you want to end up running, so it's just easier to just say, just run what you want, it's fine, just enjoy it. The main thing is you just need to not compare yourself to other runners when you're first starting out. Like, if you do Community Center, don't compare yourself to me. Literally just look at yourself and be like, I want this time, and see what your abilities are. I have 7,500 hours in the game, and 7,000 of those hours is spent speedrunning and doing challenge runs and improving. It's not comparable. If you get a 5-hour time on your first Community Center run, that's pretty good. My first Community Center run was 6 hours long. Who cares? Speedrunning's a hobby, you're supposed to enjoy it. If you don't feel like submitting, you don't have to submit. If you want to play by whatever rules or are too lazy to do the official rules, then it doesn't matter, it's for you. It's not for anybody else. Community Center Mines is just weird because people try to replicate what I do and do it in 2 days, but in reality, you definitely need more than 2 days. You need more than 2 or 3 days casually, or like if you're just getting into speedrunning. Like, there's no shame of doing 3-day mines, 4-day mines. To consistently be able to get through it. Hell, I can't even consistently do 2-day mines, so I have to reset a bunch to do it. You need good ladder pace. People also over reset early on. They make one mistake and just full reset it, even though they literally have minutes, if not hours of time saves later into a run. Right? It's like they see me resetting so much because I'm looking for perfection, essentially. They do the same, but in reality, you just do not need to do that. Just keep playing. Practice is better. Full run practice is much better. Alright, get a spring crops bundle without spring onion. I always wonder if I messed up the remix, or if the macro messed up the remix. Because it's like it should be like a 1 in 16 chance that you don't hit a spring onion, because it's 4 50-50s in a row. Because it just goes down the line. It has a 50-50 replacing each one, and it just does 4 checks in a row. So essentially, you have to win 4 50-50s in a row for it to happen. The same thing when I get the leather boot in the remix mines. Like, I think I did the macro mess up. At least it was quality this time. It wouldn't have been that bad of a quality, though. I don't like the red dot because I know I like have control over my movement, and I know where I'm going to be hitting for a majority of the time, which is why I don't use it. But I know Piano really loves it and makes fun of me for not using it for when I do mess up. But it's like I would have messed up with or without it, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. But I know some people like it. I just don't. It doesn't really exactly tell you where you're gonna hit, though. Because, like, if you move your mouse last second, then obviously, like, by the time you click, the spot's gonna be different. And then it's, like, going to give you a false sense of, oh, that's where I'm gonna hit. Oh, I forgot. Those also need to be planted. Oh. Yeah, that's just personal preference. Don't, oh yeah. Just take a half a second to make sure that the red spot's in the right spot before you swing your tool every single time, and then lose half a second every single tool input. Takes your brain half a second to realize to double check it. But yeah, I mean, realistically, if you're struggling with that, it's probably just because your mouse control isn't great. It's likely that, like, realistic and maybe harsh answer, but I feel like Stardew is the only game that I have good mouse control in, funny enough. Like, if you watch, like if I were to like switch to like Minecraft or any other like first person type game, like I feel like my mouse control is always so bad compared to like other people. But in Stardew it's fine. I guess it's probably a different type of mouse control than the first person type, but by sense. I don't know that off the top of my head. My sense in Minecraft is fucked up, though. I know that. I jokingly use the mouse sensitivity of 69. Unironically. In the game. Hey, it could be, it's better than 6-7 at least. Obviously. He said the thing. Oh no, not the thing. I'll look at it afterwards. Like, if you send me, well, it's gonna ban you if you send the link, but if you send me a link to like the calculator of Windows speed plus the thing, I can tell you. Yeah. The reason I say my sensitivity is fucked up in Minecraft is because it was set up like it was set up because I didn't like having the chain or click through all the menus to have to change the sensitivity and whatever during Bodai. So I have this weird setting where I can just like not have to do any of that, and then I can still do Bodai. But then I also don't have fucked up sensitivity outside of the game, so I don't have to run a script to do it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what I did, but it works, so I don't care. Yeah, it automatically lowers the Windows sense, so I don't have to set it. So I don't do that one button that like apparently you're supposed to do, where you're supposed to like unlock and lock it. So it's always just the same. But whenever I like do the FOV zoom in, it does lower my Windows sense still. That's a lot of those things. We'll just use a DPI button. No, I don't change anything. I guess that would work. I didn't think of that, but what I have works, so I don't really care. Yeah, that's essentially what I do, because it's like my default uses window, like the standard Windows sense, which is 10 when I'm playing the game normally, but then it lowers it down to 2, so you actually don't have a really fast cursor. Instead of like, I know you're like by default you're supposed to use like a really low Minecraft sensitivity and a really low Windows sensitivity by default to get the proper like DPI adjustment or whatever. That's what I see like a lot of people have, I feel like. Where mine's like the opposite, where I have a really high Windows sensitivity and a really high mouse sensitivity, but when I go into, and then I have a really low base DPI. It has no effect on the bundles. It's purely for the books in the traveling cart. The bundle reset is because I'm looking specifically for garden, because it's the best of the 3 options and it's significantly faster than the other ones. Like getting garden bundle is literally like 30-40 minutes faster than the next best option, which is the only bundle like that in the community center where it's worth brute forcing. Because the garden bundle requires like 240 gold worth of crops, where the next best option is the fish farm, which requires you to get essentially 60 row, which requires the fish farm and literally like a fucking year of sleeping or a few months of sleeping. What is my mouse settings? We're gonna get... What's that calculator called? Yeah, I use 1000 DPI. Yeah, for Minecraft. And I think my wind sensitivity is 10. Eight. Sorry, 8. Right. Mouse pointer speed, 8. Yeah, okay. Mouse cursor speed calc. I don't know what any of this means. Yeah, in-game sensitivity of 69, DPI of 1000 with a wind sensitivity of 8 is what my things would be. But that's also just, yeah, that's actually just my default, like, you know, Windows sensitivity of 8 with 1000 DPI. Like, that's just what I play with most games. Because that was like my original sense before I got into Minecraft, where you had to fuck with the sensitivities. And then, yeah. I had to fuck with the Minecraft one a bit. Because you had to get like a specific value or whatever. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, like the reason I think my sensitivity is literally the opposite, like, way that most people do it, is because I'm too lazy to you know, have a script run to change the DPI so much. Yeah, you're gonna get timed out for that, but I can still see the link, but you just get timed out for it because no links. But yeah. I was like, I didn't want to have to change my sensitivity every single time I launched Minecraft or used a different game. So it's like, yeah, it's dumb. Not really, but. Yeah, like every time I used the calculator when I was trying to follow OSHA's guide, it basically was like, use a Windows sensitivity of 2 and then change your DPI to 9,400. It's like, but if I alt tab, my mouse is just completely fucked. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but it's fine. Saying that when I actually measure the eyes properly, it works basically it works good enough. I was measuring eyes wrong for a while. I kept moving on accident, or not waiting long enough after moving was my issue. I didn't realize that you needed like half a second for the character to stop moving instead of just like stop pressing the button, instantly press. And that's why I kept fucking it up. No. That was my issue. Now, unless if there wants to be a leaker in chat, but I'm not. We don't need to do that. I just have to say things. Well, all that matters, I'm better than Ludwig. Not saying much, but I can measure eyes. Doesn't matter if the setup is scuffed. Lamau low bar, yeah. To be fair, like the mouse accuracy in Stardew doesn't matter as much because like you have an entire tile to hit, where it's like an FPS, like you're looking at a small head half the time that you're trying to hit. Like it's like a big difference. Stardew does have like, oh, I thought I got a notification. Stardew does have like weird hitboxes sometimes where it's like if your mouse is in the perfect spot, you can like reach over a rock when you use a pickaxe. It's weird, but that's like under very weird circumstances that you have to hit perfectly, and it's not consistent. Actually, it technically is consistent, but it's not you can't consistently do it without standing perfectly still and knowing exactly where you need to put your mouse. And it doesn't have any practical uses outside of clay farming in a specific way. Like, there's almost never a reason to, like, reach over a rock and hit it. You know? Just not in chat, fair enough. The only thing I would be concerned about is if I was invited is timing, just because, as I said, I'm going home next month for my dad's birthday, and then there's the looming threat of my grandma passing away soon, so it's like I'm gonna be taken away from whatever for a few days because of that. It's just like the timing would be the issue for me. Yeah. The thing about, like, I have to say it because it is a part of like the schedule, and people, like, I feel like I should just tell people that reason. But it's like at the same time for my grandma, she's 90, 95. She's lived a full life. She really hasn't been the same person in years. You know, it's just old age. She's been like this for a while. It's just like, it happens when it happens. It is what it is. Accepted it. It's fine. Yeah. honestly, like, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not like, I'll definitely be sad when it does happen, but it's just like, at the moment, it's just like, it's like, I can say it. I'm just here. It's fine. No, Grandma. Grandpa's been dead. I think my grandpa was like the real first death that it really hit me in the way that it did. Because it's like my mom's parents died before my dad's parents, so it's I knew my dad's mom and dad more than my mom's mom and dad, but that was mainly because both my mom's parents had strokes essentially, and they just weren't the same people, and they were kind of just like, you know, when you think of a grumpy old person in a retirement home, that was them. So it's like I didn't know them, and they were like much older than me, like because I was younger at the time, right? Whereas like when my dad's dad passed away, I was older and I could actually like understand it, and it's like I actually spent time with him, you know, like my grandpa, like my grandparents still own the childhood home of my dad. Like that house is still there. They raised their children in it, and my grandpa died in it, and my grandma's probably gonna die in it as well. Right? And that was the house that we would always go to when we went to visit them in Pennsylvania, basically every year, every summer. Right? Where it's like I never really knew my parents, mom and dad, and like my mom's like I didn't have a dad for 20 years because the person who came out after his stroke just wasn't her dad anymore, essentially. Age fucks with people. So yeah, I mean, like I'm accepting of it. It's like at the same time, like my dad's been like full-time taking care of my grandma for the past few years as well, and I could like when I went home, I could just tell like it can't continue. It just can't. Honestly, the same way with my mom, which is scary, but my mom wasn't, but it's more of my mom and her job. Like she just needs to retire. That said, I think she retires at the end of this month, so she's being nice and closing out their books because she's an accountant. And then she's gone. Love the mama, but she needs to be done. The stress ain't good. So spot 15. Yeah, it turns out stress isn't good for people. And it's very nice that I don't really live a stressful life. Grew up middle class, never really having to worry about much. And then even now, like, I don't spend a lot. So it's like, even though I don't make that much money, I don't really worry about money like a lot of other people have to. I kind of just do my thing and then I don't really think about it. It's also kind of a bad habit to not think about stuff, because then I let things kind of surprise me sometimes, because it's like, oh yeah, I should do that, and then I don't think about it and don't worry about it, and then 3 months later and it still isn't done. Not always the best, but I don't have an alarm to wake up. I don't have a 9-to-5 job to go to. I don't have any of this. I can just wake up, see Pierre say it's Farmer Hobbs because I moved in 5 days ago and it's the first time I'm coming in and buying daffodils or parsnip seeds. and not think about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just fortunate to be able to have a job like this where I know a lot of people who like work 9 to 5s really can't do what I do, or think how I think, or can afford to think how I think. Fuck you, Linus. Are you running stressful? No, why would it be stressful? I'm doing it for fun. I enjoy doing it. I don't need to be stressed during it. I can be frustrated or sad if something doesn't go the way that I think it does, but it doesn't mean it's stressful. Yeah, some people handle stress differently. Like, if you really enjoy doing something, you don't find it stressful, you know? It's like, a lot of people would find speedrunning stressful in a way, but I love doing it, so it's like, yeah, you could say it's stressful from the outside, but it's really not. At least not to me. You know, it's like, yeah, I could say, oh, being a teacher would stress me out way much more. You have so many kids to worry about, so many things, but people love doing that. And they don't find it stressful, and they love their job. Really just about enjoying it rather than thinking about it, I guess. Yeah. I mean, they're young adult babysitters, and young adults are worse than children, because children don't have filters, but you can at least cope that they're young and they're learning, where young adults should actually have the knowledge to like not be assholes, but just are assholes. They also have the strength to be assholes too. Because they're not just a sack of potatoes learning how to walk still. Oh. Life's weird. Everybody's different, and that's fine. I know, I don't really find speedrunning that stressful. At the same time, I don't really compete in like a really stressful way. Like, I'm not like, oh man, I need to get back my world record, or oh man, I need to beat this guy or whatever. Like, I'm not really in like a competition per se, because it's like, at the end of the day, I'm like, can we stop getting animal bundle? Like, I'm competing against myself, and it's just like, if I beat myself, sure, whatever, that's cool, that's great. And it's like, if I don't, it's like, oh, on to the next run, we're cool. Like, I've been doing this for basically 10 years. I have 7,000 hours in the game. You know? It's like taking a walk to me. That's what this is. I'm taking a walk. I realized most of my full-time friends just really loved it more than me. I understand that. I'm like also like mixed on how do I put this? No, I guess it's more of the YouTube side. Like I'm aware that I should like do more YouTube stuff, but like I just don't find it as fun as just like hitting the go live button and just playing games. Like at the end of the day, I just really love playing games. Basically no matter what it is. So it's like the more time I get to do that, the better, which is why streaming just works so well. I'm definitely a lot less self-conscious when I'm streaming when I'm playing Stardew, which is why it's much more relaxing to me and I can like not really care or be stressed in a speedrunning environment for the game. Because it's like something like playing something like Minecraft, something I'm not good at, because it's like Stardew, the reason why I mostly have a fan base is because I'm considered the best at it, right? Where if I go and play Minecraft, I'm like not very good. Like I'm fine, but it's like I'm not very good. So it's like then I have to make up for it by either interacting with stream, which I'm honestly not really good at for the majority of the part, and or being funny, which people tell me I am, but at the same time, like, imposter syndrome, I'm just like, I feel like I'm just normal. I'm not anything special in that regards. Like, I wouldn't be able to make it on, like, just chatting by being able to hold a conversation with somebody, and that's more of, like, the self-doubt comes from. And that's fine, because, again, at the end of the day, I just enjoy playing games. So that's what I'm gonna do. But it's, like, different when I'm playing a game that I'm not, like, good at. Which is why you very rarely see me play other games outside of really jokingly play the game, where it's like I'm playing it because I know I'm bad or I'm doing a unique concept. Like, I think Don't Starve is a good watch on my stream because I literally have no idea what I'm doing. And it's really funny for people to watch who do not know what the hell I'm doing. Because it's like I have no knowledge of the game. Where it's like Minecraft, I have a base level of knowledge, so it's less apparent. So I'm kind of just like, I'm the diamond player in League trying to stream and get a fan base in League, but for Minecraft, Like, I'm not amazing, but I'm not awful. The logo of Don't Starve. Okay, let's not. We don't need to be that low on the insult here. Like, I'm not that bad. I just don't have any game knowledge. Ludwig has game knowledge. He's just bad. Poor Ludwig. Getting flame. I would recommend playing it when 1.6 hits for Terraria. Apparently, they're really updating the guide, which helps explain the game to you, and then you can kind of just play. Like, I feel like for a game like Terraria, because it's been out so long, it's really hard for people to imagine getting into, because it's like, oh, you gotta play in this specific way. But that's kind of like akin to like somebody coming in my stream for Stardew, and it's like, yo, do you got any tips for playing Stardew? And it's just like, don't do what I'm doing. That's basically how you have to think. Just enjoy it. Like, the first people when the game first came out had to learn the game somehow in the first place, right? So it's like, you're just being dumb. But now the game has a lot more quality of life stuff in it, where you can actually do that without, like, third-party interference or third-party, like, you know, helping you out. I would wait for the update if you really want to try getting into it, because again, like, they're gonna update a lot of the UI and stuff and just playability, which is very nice. I don't know why I watered first. I normally don't, but it doesn't really matter. Minecraft is definitely much better. We had this conversation yesterday. Minecraft is much better nowadays. You can actually get into Minecraft without the wiki because of the book crafting stuff. And the achievements are much better. Whereas, like, if you try to play Minecraft a decade ago, yeah, good luck. Good fucking luck. Yeah, probably. I'm not saying everything's perfect. Obviously, every game has its flaws and hidden mechanics. Yeah. Again, like, it's much better nowadays. Yeah, I think there was a new guy who did it, but I think the original was some Japanese guy who did it. Right? There's some Japanese guy who did it like a decade ago, which was funny to watch. But I know there was a newer guy who did it. Yeah, that was Fish Farm. Why did he reset? I specifically need Garden Bundle from the rightmost bundle. It's a 1 in 3 chance between Garden, Animal, and Fish Farm bundle. And the Garden Bundle is 4 flowers, which cost like 240 gold. The Animal Bundle is hundreds of thousands gold worth of infrastructure. And then the Fish Farm Bundle is like 30 minutes of waiting for row. So tell me which one is not like the other. So it's kind of just a hard force. Unfortunately, it saves too much time. Get Jewels of the Sea, that's still slow as hell. My favorite Stardew song? Legally, I'm forced to say Distant Banjo because of a meme, but in reality, it is the Ginger Island volcano songs. And then the Night Market theme if you want the opposite end of the spectrum. Okay. CA, like, let me clarify this. CA is a much better coder than me. I can't code at all. He's done amazing work with Stardew Valley. But calling CA a coder is similar to calling Toby Fox a coder. You know? There's a lot of issues behind the game where he got a lot of help from his employees that he has. Because you gotta remember, or like a lot of people don't know this. Stardew Valley has not been a single developed game since 1.3, which came out 9 years ago. Or 8. Stardew Valley has not been developed by CA by himself for 8 years. And he's had a lot of help on the coding side afterwards, which has improved it by a lot. CA is fantastic at everything else. But the game was a hot mess at the start. It works, which is all that matters at the end of the day, so no flame there. But again, if you've seen Undertale's code, it is a trip. The main trip being is there's supposed to be a segment where the game deletes itself off of Steam, and that was supposed to be like a part of the story or whatever, like, you know, immersive part. But Toby Fox couldn't figure out how to do that, but he left in the code like him trying to do it in 7 different ways. Just in the back end, you could just see in 7 different ways he was trying to delete the game from Steam, but Steam doesn't let you like do that is the issue. Entire rooms are like based off of like if-then statements as well. Like Toby Fox was the original vibe coder. Yeah. Like, if the game functions, that's all you need, and it's all about gameplay and and like just being a good game, you know, a quality game. But it's still really funny to look at in retrospect. Yeah, but they never made a finished product, and that's the difference. They never made a finished project, is the big difference there. And implying that Yandere dev knows how to code is also just as criminal. Isn't he the if-then originator? The reason the game ran so bad? Oh, he doesn't. I'm flying Toby Fox is still better. To be fair, I would figure that there's a pretty big difference between coding 3D and 2D games, or 2.5, whatever you want to call Stardew or this type of game. But yeah. Yeah. You still have a lot of like random Stardew bugs. So just like look at what Switch is at the moment. CA had to put out a PSA of don't craft these items because they fucking brick your game. Like it still has issues, and that's just because like the underlying original code was, you know, duct taped together. All I've heard about Pirate Software game is it's literally just a worse Undertale with worse humor and everything. It's a walking simulator. Oh, we love those. It's fine. A walking simulator is fine as long as like the story direction is good and like pulls you in, but the game is just a worse Undertale. Why? He never worked as a programmer. Yeah. Fun stuff. Imagine how well his career would be going if he never fucking doubled down. Imagine doubling down on not taking the fault on a WoW raid literally spells your cushy life. Actually, I think he's still doing fine on Twitch views because people or Twitch frogs just don't care or whatever. But like the absolute downfall. All he had to do was keep saying these easy, outgoing words of encouragement to his stream and just not be egotistical. It's crazy. Oh, that's a little quality parsnip on a spot that I wasn't paying attention. Well, making a game is hard, so like every game has its bugs. It doesn't matter how big of a game it is. About 8. Like look at fucking biggest game on the biggest computer game on the planet, fucking League of Legends. Look how many bugs that game has. It has fucking, it's known for its spaghetti code. They change one thing and then 10 things break. It is what it is. And they're hiring professionals. Okay, League is at least getting a new fucking client, apparently. The day that the League client works properly is the day I quit League of Legends, because it's not the true League of Legends experience without the fucking shitty-ass client. If I don't have to relaunch it after every other game, I don't want it. League runs bad. No, it's funny because the in-game of League runs so fucking well in terms of performance. You could be on a shitty fucking laptop from 2002 and run the game good enough. Like the game somehow runs flawlessly on shitty hardware, or at least used to. I don't know about after Vanguard. But their client is the absolute most dog shit thing imaginable. Like, it's a spectacle. Like, you can host an entire lecture on the League of Legends client of what not to do. I think everybody was convinced by Pirate's confidence, you know? He was just a wholesome guy giving out life advice to everybody. He had a good speaking voice. He had a job that people can get behind, or what like he said he had a job that people can get behind, an ex-Blizzard employee. You know, people hate those guys. Said the working environment was awful. You know, pondering to what the gamers want to hear. Fuck Blizzard. You know, what else could you ask? What else could you ask for from the guy? Improved. I know. No, I'm pretty sure the new client is worse than the old. At least I didn't have to relaunch the client every like few games on the old one. I don't care if it loaded slowly. But it's like, it's also the same thing. It's like I gotta take off my rose tinted glasses because old League was better, you know, type mindset. Oh, okay. I specifically remember back when back on the original Twisted Tree Line, our friend group used to be like the size of 3 who played it, so we played Twisted Tree Line more. We waited an hour in the loading screen for this guy to fucking connect, and then he never connected. We were waiting that loading screen for a fucking hour. It was so good. That was peak back in the day. Now you sit in hour-long queues in fucking Masters in North America. We used to sit in hour-long loading screens. The old EOS server is also being a coin flipped. If the match was just disconnected from the server. Oh, that's great. I don't even like mind New League in the terms of I just don't play SR and only just play ARAM Mayhem now. I mean, you're at the pro level when you have hour-long queues like that. It doesn't affect 90% of people. 99.99% of people. Also, apparently they're making that better because they're basically just banning people for dodging now. Or not banning, but heavily not letting people dodge games anymore. I'm gonna have to check bus stop. I mean, it's still there. It's supposed to leave on the 6th of this month. I think they're gonna, like, they're probably gonna take it down like they did for Arena for a little bit to, like, spruce it up, but I doubt. I think it's way too popular now. Even next patch, or the patch that came out today, I think added new augments to it, so I think we're gonna have it for at least a little bit longer. They're investing more augments into it. And it's not like augments that they're pulling from Arena, it's like new augments. Okay, well, I'm probably just gonna end up resetting here because I need, and I just didn't get the spawn, unfortunately. That run was definitely not fine and dandy. I'm sure I probably could have found a dandelion if I went more south in Cindersap, but it was kind of too late at that point. Kind of just like whatever. much time do you think you spend on reset per finished run? I have no idea. Too much. Today's been a struggle, and it's not even because of gold quality parsnips. I'm actually getting quite a few gold quality parsnips. I've just been getting animal bundle like every single time. I'm like three animal bundles in so far. It kind of sucks today. And you know for a fact that that run probably had the books that I just did. If I go and look it up. And I'll look it up. Once this run dies, obviously, because why would I get 2 gold quality parsnips in a row? I mean, even if I had the books, I don't even know if I had garden bundle because I'm not going to go back and check it, but... almost baited into believing. I did not have the books. It was missing fishing. Oh man. Can we just get a run going? Like, I'm like kind of done yapping at this point. Like now I can like, you know, get a run and then I won't throw it because I'm not focused. No, we got through our talks. We had some interesting and weird conversations at the same time. Now we just need to run where I don't know what, 2 hours into stream? Can't see. Yeah, 2 hours into stream, like, yeah. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Man, oh man. It's funny because me backing out into the same menu and making a character didn't even change the seed of the file that I just got. The character that I would have gotten prior to backing out and making a new character would have been the exact same because of how it works. The next seed of your run is locked in when you exit the title, or yeah, exit the title. Not when you make the file. So it's like if I stop, like if I go to the bathroom after I exit the title, we'll get the exact same seed when I come back as if I just immediately made a file. Which is fun. So if I want to like try to get a different seed or try to get a lucky seed, I need to like wait to exit the title. I mean, they've done that. Realistically, they need to do more of that. When I say add mods to the game, I mean like they need to add the fucking performance enhancing mods because it's like, brother. Like, I know they don't want to do it because it's like it wouldn't fit their drop system, and then like it's not something people are just gonna be excited about, you know? So it's just like, just fucking outsource it. Like, who cares? Just fucking let it happen. Just add it. So you don't have to use like modded clients to even play the game these days. It does, but I'll never get it because, again, it won't fit their new mini drops, and it's not something people get excited about other than, like, the tech side of things. And then people say they want it, but then it's like when it happens, they just don't get shit for it because it's not good enough or whatever. I understand how it's a lose-lose, but at the same time, the easiest way of fixing it is just to outsource it, but they won't ever do that because Microsoft. We just made fun of the League client, but if we want to talk about the Minecraft client... that shit is not fun as well. Let me tell ya. That shit is so not fun that it's just like, I use multi-MC, which was basically, I got because of speedrunning. So I don't have to touch that client. Oh yeah, that's so bad. Why are clients really that hard to make? Do we have some software person? Like, are they really that hard? I mean, I understand like the scale of things, but it's like I feel like it's the easiest part. Like I feel like it's just a extra padded web page in a way. Used to do any update on the scale of another update. Yeah. They're just really inconsistent with adding things is the issue. So they're trying to go with the consistent method, but then the consistent method, we don't get much every time. So it's kind of just droughts. Speedrunning DD. I don't want to touch the game. Like, I looked and saw the map of the week, and it was like, I like Akatiti Jungle. Like, I like that, and I could farm for an island, but I'm just like, I just have no interest in playing DD. Like, I don't know. The map of the week update kind of ruined it for me. I've not been interested since. Because it's my speedrun event, but map of the week was a bad update. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't had any interest in running it. And then we're gonna have the Terraria update soon, so I don't really want to like get into a grindy game in the meanwhile. Like I'm already winding down on Stardew Valley's perfection speedruns because of that. So it's kind of just like, okay, I'm good. I think the only like 3 maps I would come back and do runs for map of the week are literally Poly, Tavern Incursion, and Jade Island farming, because I still do want an island. I think those are the only 3 maps I'll play. Oh, my bad. I will play Emerald City. That was the first harvest, so spot 5. I like Emerald City too much. I want a good staff. I want a good staff, and I want a good tower spear to finish the look of my Aura Monk. Yeah, but I like Akatisi. It's the OG map that I just like. Having a good spars would also be fun. More of the difference. I guess I would also probably do Seahorse Week, just because it's Seahorse Week. But I don't think I would only do Aquanos. I wouldn't do the other one. I don't think I would do Temple of Water. It's too annoying. Like at some point, do you have to do what Terraria did to add paint, but Minecraft never? Minecraft with paint? I feel like Minecraft already has a good color selection of blocks, though, where it doesn't need it. Where Terraria didn't. And the main reason why Minecraft can get away with it is because it can actually use a lot more depth compared to Terraria, where it's 2D. Have shelves. First to do vertical slabs. Hightail did vertical slabs before Minecraft. Yeah, I don't know. I think the reason why paint would be annoying in Minecraft compared to Terraria is the fact that you actually have to farm for all the dyes in Minecraft, where Terraria you just buy all the paint. And it's like, are you really just gonna add a painting villager that you just buy all the dyes at? I feel like that's kind of just stupid. I think there's just no good way of adding it to Minecraft is the bigger issue. Yeah. Okay, but the dyes in Hypixel are like meant to be that way. The dyes in Hypixel are, in my opinion, cool how they're added. Maybe rare, too rare, but cool. They're supposed to just be that legacy chase item that not everybody's supposed to get or ever get, realistically. The only thing that I think about that is dumb in for the Hypixel Skyblock dyes is the fact that, like, if you get one, you don't get it permanently, so you can't just dye whatever equipment you get with it. You like would have to get 4 of them to dye your full set something, or pay a shit ton of money to be able to do it. Like, I think that part is stupid. Them being the rarity is, like, you know, supposed to be the flex. But I guess if they did that and then you can, like, buy it, it would be an issue. But I guess at that point, you just make them non-tradable. You know? Or soulbound. This was the first spot on the right again, right? This was spot 5. We had one like this earlier, and I think it's the same run. No, it doesn't matter. This is like the 5th animal bundle today. Let me play the game. The game's just like, oh, it's your last day of doing real attempts? Let's not let you play the game for the rest of the stream. And then make you just forced to, like, have to brute force a seed tomorrow so that we can just finish a run just to finish a run. Ocean Monument. Sorry, I don't know what an Ocean Monument is. I only know it as Aquapolis. Fuck. I love and hate that one caught on. But, you know... I've reset the run 10 hours in before. Like, if I'm trying to get a PB, I will reset the run when I don't think I can PB anymore. That's really just how it is. I'll reset the run when I don't think I can PB anymore if it's like an awful start. But I mean, that kind of goes in the line of not being able to PB. Because my biggest time save is generally at the start of the run. So, being behind at the starts is not very good. I don't know if that was spot 4 or not. Spot 9. Saying that the last 5 hours of the run is literally just gifting an NPC on their birthday 3 times, not really. And just catching every single fish when I already have fishing level 10. And then it's just cooking and crafting every item, which I should have all the recipes by then, so. Not really. Not worth my sanity for doing the worst part of the run, which is friendship. Most boring, most tedious, not fun. I saw it, I just didn't know what tile it was on. I didn't know if it was leftmost or the one to the right. Not like it matters, because we're probably just gonna get animal bundle again. Who cares? Who cares? You guys think for the 3 years? Really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good week so far. Yes, I do the remix bundles.
B.
The garden bundle is important is because it's so much faster than the others. Because the garden bundle is 4 flowers that costs basically a month of growing and 240 gold in total, where the other 2 options, which is the animal bundle, which is hundreds of thousands of gold worth of infrastructure and then dealing with animals, versus the fish farm bundle, which is about a month and a half of sleeping for row plus the fish pond. Yeah, it's not a very fair comparison. Essentially, it just lets me get the greenhouse earlier, and obviously having the greenhouse earlier allows me to do better crops faster and at all parts of the year. Could be on it too much. Oh well. Tell me we're not gonna. Okay, we're not. Thank God. Bless. Like the third time today that we didn't get spring onions, but then we didn't need the spring onion for the community center. God, actually getting lucky. No, remix are just faster. They're just more RNG. Theoretically, if you're just talking about community center, remix is faster at the theoretical limit, but it's just so unlikely that you get the theoretical limit that it's not worth doing currently. Morning, body. I'll probably like do 2 more gold quality parsnips if this run doesn't give me garden. But we should be fine. Potato, kale. Need to check on. I'm gonna skip the spring 21st or spring 26 check. I'm just gonna do the summer 21st. Since I'll buy for a seat on that day. So it's less of a wasted trip. Dino dance. We'll get to check them in year 1 here. Spring 21st will be our spring book check, and then fall 14th will be our fall book check. And then year 3, we have a 50% chance of a book showing up on spring 26th. But most likely it'll show up on summer 19th, and then we have one on fall 14th and winter 7th. And those are year 3 books. Love combat a little late, but it won't matter that much. I guess technically we can get combat or fishing a little early in year 3, but the shitty part is there's not going to be a good way of double checking. So basically our fall 14th check, there's a 70% chance if we get a mining book to get the 2 books that we want. But if it's foraging, there's a 30% chance, and then I basically have to play it till the 5-hour mark to even know or to even like see those odds. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, oh, if I get the foraging book, how much do I really want to play? I can't pick up the pool. I'm actually just eat this, I guess. I mean, technically I can have different odds and higher odds depending on if I like hit the one of the 2 books in the summer check. But I don't think Wooden Blade means good news. I think it just means Elf Dagger on 20. I think I killed like 2 of those guys in the bad spots. Oh. don't know how I feel about this run so far. It's like, I feel, I definitely am on autopilot right now. But it's like, it doesn't feel bad, but it doesn't feel good. Okay, I think it feels good now. I don't know why. I just started to have like a, you know, a attraction to the run. Run's starting to look a little attractive, if you know what I mean. Low ring. It's gonna be elf dagger. I think low ring's technically better. Because even if I got elf dagger, I'm going to upgrade it for forest sword whenever I get the chance, where low ring I won't upgrade until much later. So I have a bad habit of over-organizing my inventory, technically. I also don't use every single hotkey that I possibly can. I also inconsistently harvest crops in different orders every single time, when it would be ideal to harvest it in the same order and do it consistently every time in the proper order. You mean 10 minutes? I'm 30 seconds. The minutes is just the split length. I wouldn't mind a club here. A second magnet ring. I mean, I'll take it. Won't complain. Having a magnet ring is better than not having a magnet ring, but yeah, we're gonna have to scooch in a little bit. What a great, super nice. I'm walking over here. I'm walking here.
Popular as New York City is, it's probably one of the only cities that I don't think I ever want to go to.
Where? The ladder. Oh, wait. This. See a ladder at the bottom left.
Surely there's a ladder on the floor that I'm just missing, and I'm not getting this unlucky. Actually, I feel like it would be worse for my mentality if there was a ladder on the floor that I'm missing, but... Am I just blind? I don't see it. I'm not blind, thank God. That's unfortunate.
The glow ring wouldn't have helped whatsoever, so... Probably enough to justify killing them with this weapon. Takes long. We're doing great on resources. We're just struggling with dust sprites because we don't have a good weapon yet. Not really even getting dust sprite spawns to begin with, but whatever. No bat wings so far kind of sucks though, but there's not much I can do about it unless if I want to spend a lot of time killing bats here. How long it takes to kill a dust sprite, goddamn. Okay, well, we have all the iron already. We're just missing like 13 coal. I feel like I still need more money and more resources, so I'm gonna reset 41 over 45. About to get actually like 500 gold or 250 from this guy, so 750. God damn, more than I thought. I guess it was I'm used to getting 250 from the green one variants of that. The big issue here is I still need quite a bit of coal. Plus 29. 41. Uh, 29 plus 9 now. 38. I guess I only need more coal. I think that's quite a bit, is a little bit of a stretch. Oh, it's really easy, just go 3 for 3. It'd be faster to pass out. I got exactly enough coal, which is good. I can't actually math. No bloobs. Oh. It's more just needing to warm up at the start. Maybe when I started doing runs, I had an AC mental block at the start where I felt I wasn't doing it well, but like I don't really think about it too much anymore. I'll just say, oh man, bad AC. Bro, I'm like half falling asleep, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so like, I'm like autopiloting, but at the same time, it's kind of a locked in autopilot where I'm actually not doing awful. Like those menus weren't bad. I knew what I was looking for. I got everything. But at the same time, I'm just like, during the moments where I'm just like walking around and I don't need my full attention, I'm just like, close eyes. Zen moment. I mean, there's a summer year 1 book check, yeah. Need to see if it rains on the 18th or not. I don't get annoyed when people ask me questions. I just ignore the questions that can easily be looked up in the FAQ for the most part. The only thing that I would argue that I get annoyed about are the people who like come into stream and like are like first time chatters and they are just seeking attention, or like I perceive them as seeking attention and then I just completely ignore them. Kind of a bad habit because they didn't really do anything wrong, but at the same time I just don't want to deal with it, so they just get ignored. It's kind of my own thing, but it's just like if I don't feel like responding to a question, I just don't respond. Somebody in chat normally does it, or they just link the person to the FAQ because it's generally in the FAQ. But it's actually not that bad. Coming in for the first time and saying hello is like fine, but it's like the people who come in and then tell their life story while saying hello is like the extent of where it's just like, I'm good. It's fine. No green rain, please. Fuck you. I don't even know what the RNG is then. Oh, we gotta wait until next year then. Because it green rained, I don't know if it rained or not the previous day, because green rain doesn't actually count as the standard rain, which is the RNG that I'm looking for. So therefore, I just have to assume that it was either or, so now I have a larger range where it would have narrowed it down if it did rain. Or it would have narrowed it down a little bit if it didn't rain, and would have narrowed it down a lot if it did actually rain. 21st, right? Yeah. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I just so happen to be really good at ignoring chat or like chatters that I don't really care about or not that I don't care about, but it's just like that I just, you know, I'm good at ignoring chat. Put it that way. Wow, rude, true. You guys were on some topic that I was just like not gonna contribute to, so that's why I've kind of been zoning out and just doing the run the past few minutes, or honestly past like 15. $100 eel is honestly not bad. What does that mean? It means we have a real fucking high chance. And when I say high chance, I mean a 90% chance of getting a foraging book on summer 19th, year 3. Which is good and bad. It's good if I hit the mining book. It's bad if I don't. Yeah, I'm excited for Terraria. Perfection runs are coming to an end here because of it. This is the last day of quote-unquote real attempts. Tomorrow I'll just be running with a seed, so I'm guaranteed books so I can finish a run, since I've been running for basically 3 months and I haven't finished a run yet. So it would kind of feel bad to just switch to a different game without ever finishing a run. After spending so much time on it. Give the people what they want. I'm gonna play the Sky Block. I'm going to potentially check out the new Hardest Secret Seed. If I enjoy the new Hardest Secret Seed, I'll probably do it on Hardcore Master like I did with the Get Fix Boy Seed. If I don't like it, if the update is good for speedrunning, I'll probably do a few speedruns of maybe all bosses set order. I don't know if I'll do Moonlord. Depends. If Moonlord is significantly faster, I'll probably do Moonlord just to do Moonlord. Otherwise, I'm just gonna come back to Stardew. I plan on doing a community center grind. I don't know if I'll actually fully go for sub 2, but at least a PB. And then when I'm doing the community center grind, the plan is to also once runs die for the day for the community center, I'll probably play some MCSR ranked and get back into that. Is the idea. Because runs will be very inconsistent with community center. What's set order? It's the set order of what we perceive to be the set order of bosses. So, like, King Slime, I Cthulhu, a Brain of Cthulhu / Eater of Worlds, Skeletron, Deerclops, or Queen Bee Deerclops, like that order. Obviously, like, you don't have to do it in order. And the reason why I like to do set order over any order is because if you do any order, the correct order is to literally just kill Moonlord and then kill all the bosses with Moonlord items, which is much less fun. Right? It's much less fun than doing it in set order where you actually have to fight the bosses with, like, a reasonable progression order. Your class first, yeah. So that's why I say. And the reason why I say all bosses is because there should be a few new bosses. So, or at least that's what I'm hoping. So I think it might be a little interesting. The question is what will be the new set order? But that's just like whatever. I think we voted on it a while ago is how the order came to be. forget if we put... Did we... I forget if we put Queen Slime before the mech bosses. I think we did. Because that made the run actually interesting, because it was actually quite... It's quite difficult to kill King or Queen Slime without hollowed stuff. Yeah, I mean, just... Well, I mean, you would skip Terrorblade. You would just do everything with Daybreak. But yeah. No corn. Yeah, but I forget what we did because I think if we did Queen Slime before Max, it's just more interesting. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. Home cook, spirit seed, field research. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Probably check out the other ones. Engineer, adventures fine, geologist, master. Oh, that's well, okay. Well. We're praying the traveling cart fucking hooks us up with an octopus. Otherwise, this is a nightmare. Master fish is no bueno. Yeah. Yeah, but it's still. I would assume we got like one boss with the Dead Cells content or whatever that thing was. That was more my guesstimate. One, two, three. One. It's still like whatever. Again, we'll see how the update is for speedrunning. It really just depends on how fun the update is for speedrunning, because it could just be worse, you know? It is what it is. Like, it's a patch for, you know, casuals. It's not for speedruns. So if it makes speedruns worse, it makes speedruns worse. I just won't be interested in speedrunning it then. But I do want to do the Skyblock map. I don't think it would fundamentally change the route. It's more whether or not that lances are ruined or not, or if there's a better lance. And then how much time does quality of life save, because I'm sure it's going to be a pretty big quality of life update. Because for Classic, there's really no way of killing the mech bosses or Plant Terror or Golem faster than the way that we do it with Lance. Like, Golem's literally a 20-second fight. You're not beating that with any conventional weapon. Killing both Skeletron Prime and the twins is like a 45-second fight. Killing both bosses at the same time, a 45-second fight. You're really not doing it faster without some sort of completely game-breaking weapon. So. Oh, I forgot to. Oh, I've kind of just. Whatever, it's fine. I'm lost now. Yeah, summoner should be more interesting. Well, I mean, I'm a summoner enjoyer in the first place, but I would like to see the new whips. We'll see if the new whips break it, because we do go summoner. I guess that would be a thing. Do the new summoner pillar items are worth going for? That'd be an interesting thing. Because right now we like abuse dragon for everything. But I just like doubt it, because you don't really need the whip. And at the same time, the dragon is so useful for pillars that I can't imagine the whip being better than the dragon, because on classic you really can only make one of the two, and then you're also just gonna have to disenchant it anyways, or shimmer it so you can get the sigil because it's faster. All right. Oh, no. I think if anything, the biggest change that I would like to see is a change to master mode, where they actually make it a game mode, in terms of expert mode, where the bosses have another unique phase to them. So there's not just like, oh, they hit harder. Something akin to legendary. Like, master mode realistically should be what legendary mode is. Maybe a less memey, but like, that's what they should have done for master mode. A less memey and a less one-shotty, but like the boss attack patterns are cool. You know, Brain of Cthulhu turning the gravity upside down in its final phase. You know, Eater of Worlds spitting out these chunk souls when you defeat segments of it. Cthulhu like spawning more servants. You know, it actually makes it like a proper difficulty. You know, Moonlord's like boulder attack. Well, yeah, I mean, that's just a thing, though. Sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, you say it sounds like a lot of work, but you know, you want to know what? A lot of the changes that they made to bosses for the legendary mode were literally made in 3 days. It took Red 3 days to make it, because he said... Basically, Badger at the time was doing the master mode hardcore, and he beat Wall of Flesh on his very first try, and Red said, if you beat Wall of Flesh on your very first try, I'm making a harder game mode. He made a harder game mode in 3 days. It's not that much extra work. Sure, like, eventually, Legendary did do some more, like, bigger changes, like the upside down brain fight, which would take longer. But how long have they had with the game mode? You know? I don't think it was unnecessary. I don't think it was, like, extreme ask. But at the same time, I don't, like... I don't hate the... I don't hate on them for doing what they did, because they literally made it clear that they were doing this from the start. So the people who are like mad about it, you know, like saying, oh man, I thought it was going to be this new game mode similar to Expert. No, they literally flat out told us in development that it was going to be like that. It's just disappointing after seeing Legendary mode, you know? It's like, why does this have to be a secret seed? And that's more of the thing. All right, well, on the 14th here, if we don't get a mining book, run's dead, so I'm not gonna bother playing it. If I get the forging book, it's only a 30% chance that I would have to play 5 hours for. On top of that, the run's already not very well. I mean, it says I'm 4 minutes green, but I made a pretty dumb mistake, and then I also have to deal with Master Fish Bundle, which is just going to be a pain in the ass at such a low level that I'm going to lose a majority of my time, if not all of it. So I'm not gonna worry about the 30%er. The game's gonna be really mean and give me the forging book, and then I'm gonna check it and we're gonna hit the 30% chance, but you know what, it's fine. Oh well, we didn't hit it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Unless if we got 1%ed. I'll look at it. 07, final run. Final real run of perfection. There's no way to check if we got 1%ed though, so. So we should get forging book in spring of year 3, right? Or summer of year 3, whatever it is. Did I hit the 10% on that? That's funny. Wait, let me double check. I got farming book. Oh wait, that was because I was checking on that day. Oh, that's actually kind of bad that I didn't double check that. Not punished. Not punished, but that honestly could have been really bad. That I misidentified that. We got farming book on summer 21st. And what day was I supposed to check it? Summer 19th, year 3. No, it was like 40. I mean, it would have been off no matter what. I mean, I could have gotten a forging book, but it doesn't matter. Mining monthly, yeah, I mean, runs just dead off of that. Almanac. Nothing, nada. Zip, zilch, zada. I mean, at least we got to check them early. How was enchantments? Third artful. Yeah. I don't know if it would have rained on the 18th or not. Eh, well, is what it is. All right. So again, plan tomorrow. I'm gonna find a seed that has good enough books. Yeah. I'm gonna find a seed that has good enough books, and then we're just gonna do basically a no reset run starting tomorrow. Quote unquote no reset. If I have a shitty mines, I'm resetting and using the same seed. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I'll have a seed for tomorrow. And we'll play off of that. But yeah, other than that, I am gonna peace here. Looks to be a little shorter stream after yesterday's long, but bad books. It is what it is. Will I ever do the Seed of Perfect? I would after Blade. Blade does the routing for that type of shit because that's his forte, and I don't like. I like to do it because it's a fun thing to do, but that's his content, and I don't want to be like, oh hey, thanks for routing all this and finding a seed. Yoink. I want him to get all the content and deserve he gets for it, and then be like, hey, I'm just gonna do a run. I'm gonna have some fun and do a run. But a pure seeded run would be vastly different than what I'm gonna be doing, where I'm just like finding a seed that has books and then running it with no knowledge outside of it. You know. But yeah, You to see with the club? No, I'm not gonna look that deeply into it. It's more fun that way, knowing too much. I'll just make sure enchants are fine and books are fine, and that's all I need. Yeah, enchants and books, that should be the only thing I need to worry about. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching, appreciate you guys joining the stream, supporting. Again, I'll be back tomorrow. I mean, yeah, obviously it'll have garden, but you know, you get everything. It'll be a run as if I had the RNG to continue a run. All right, like in terms of like the make or break RNG portions of it. Whether or not I actually perform well and not make mistakes is up to me, and obviously like I'll try my best not to, because I know it will be a good run so I can actually focus. But yeah, whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna be so I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, great or rest of your day. But yeah, otherwise I am gonna take off. So yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there and just take care. Later. Peace.